Welcome to Ypsilanti, and just a few miles away from the big house, where this house is home to the Eastern Michigan Eagles, and we are anticipating a great turnout and a sensational game in this one. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Louisiana Ragin Cajuns, taking on a team from the MAC, the Eastern Michigan Eagles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollock and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Ragin Cajuns will put total leather and we'll get started. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So the Eastern Michigan Eagles offense will take the field first. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others, that they got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He's not even going to make it back to the line of scrimmage as the defense gets big-time penetration.
Man, this is a defense that prides themselves on stopping the run, and that is a huge statement on their opponent's opening drive of the game. Third and short, they don't just get a stop. They get a tackle for loss. That sends a very clear message that they're going to be the more physical side today.
He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. So the Louisiana Ragin Cajuns offense will take the field for the first time. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
Fires to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
About the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
And here comes the offense on second down. Off play action. Here's a heat.
And defensively, you've got to know this guy, man. He's got some wheels to him. He'll get outside the pocket. You can't let him outside the cage. Those ends have to do a good job of keeping contained. When you lose it, this is what happens. He can get outside, can scramble, and can get first downs.
The Ragin Cajuns have this offense rolling. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Grabbed over the middle. It's Sampson. Touchdown, Cajuns! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the capper coming on that 48-yard touchdown dart. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Eastern Michigan takes over as the offense heads to the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll send the tight end in motion. Trying play action. Finds his tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Looking to throw, it's Kim. He's got an open man. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
That was a 3rd down this offense absolutely had to have. They're already down in this game, and so on 3rd down, you've got to find a way to win. And it's a nice job in the one-on-one, running a good route, creating some separation, quarterback throwing on time, and this offense stays on the field.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Snagged in the middle. It's Rooks. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
And the Eagles will line it up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out.
He lobs one high down the left side. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Looked to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. And if that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
And when you run the counter play, you're really hoping to bust that thing inside. You want to fake one direction, pull a guy, kick him out. But you could tell, great job by the defense making that thing bow, go a little bit outside. Now, guess what? All the cavalry's coming. Everybody can run to the football. Everybody gets in the play. Nice job by the defense.
Excellent job on the punt. Bounces out of bounds at the 5, and they'll have 95 yards to go in front of them. Back to throw, it's Howard. Quickly to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Quarterback will keep it. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking deep down the right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God in this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Makes the catch near the 50. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. They'll start this drive going to the air. Rushes on him. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
The Eagles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Tight end now in motion. Now the play fake. Pocket breaking down. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
And here's a great example of living to play another day. QB in the pocket, nobody open, throw it out of bounds.
That last incompletion brings up a 3rd down. Looking to pass, it's Kim. Lets it fly. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Bringing it back.
You got to be so careful, too, David, because on 3rd and long, they're playing their nickel now. They've got extra DBs on the field. Those windows are going to open and close really, really quickly. And I think that time the quarterback got a little too greedy trying to fit that football in a small window.
He did, and I like the zone coverage, too, because everybody's staring at the quarterback, so you can get a really good break on the football, knowing where the sticks are. They break on it, and they get the big interception.
Louisiana has it back, and the Ragin Cajun offense headed to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Throws to the wideout. He's open on the right. Oh, and he ruins the big gainer with a fumble. Oh, and just like they drew it up, put it on the ground, fall on top of it, still get the 1st down.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Pulls and fires complete. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. That's the end of the period. It's Louisiana in the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. In the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Now on 2nd and goal. They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
All right, so now you're in this 3rd down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that, too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's 4th down. 4th down means go for it. That's all that means now today in college football.
And it's incomplete as he tried to thread that needle to the back corner of the end zone.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
A field goal here would make it a 2-possession game, but they elect to leave the offense on the field on 4th down. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs. And the Eagles backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on 1st down. Looking downfield, it's Kim. Got it set up on the outside. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. On the run, it's McMillan. Not much movement there. It's a gain of 1, gets him out to the 5.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
All kinds of time before he fires right. Oh, what a play. It's intercepted. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. A really disappointing end to that last drive, David. Getting stopped on 4th and goal, they'll try to regroup.
Yeah, and I think I'm preaching to my...
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped them.
And the Ragin Cajuns have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. To throw, it's Howard. It's complete on the right side. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Nice completion, nice short gain. Now it sets up 3rd down. And wait a minute, 3rd down now becomes, we're going to go for it on 4th down anyway, so it really doesn't matter that much. Great job getting a little chunk. Now we get to go have some fun.
After the short completion, do they go for the big one on 3rd down? Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Wide open downfield. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
That is going to drive this defensive coordinator nuts. A lot of DCs, they focus a ton of energy on how their unit performs on 3rd down and in the red zone. If this defense gives up a couple more 3rd down conversions like that, they're going to be in for a very unpleasant film session on Monday.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Finds his big tight end. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. They'll wrestle it down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
The Ragin Cajuns are moving quickly down the field. Leaves it with the back. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking to throw, it's Howard. He caught it! Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. He splits the uprights, and they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They'll start this drive going to the air. Fires to the right. Right on the money. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half.
Timeout, Louisiana.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Use the play fake, now to throw. Shoots it to the left. He's got it. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
When you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route so that the ball was right on him as soon as he turned around.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And he's got it inside the 10. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They've really got this offense humming. Just a 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. Looking downfield, it's Kim. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wideout trying to get it in. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Eastern Michigan.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
On to attempt the try.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Looking to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Williams. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
Now on first down from the 30. Use the play fake, now to throw. Bring in the heat. And the defense got him at the 27.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes in offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Louisiana.
And the Ragin Cajuns with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking for a man, it's Howard. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Takes the handoff. It's Perry. Stop is made at the 35-yard line. It'll be a 4th down. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Tough to beat a good half of football in a great town like Ypsilanti. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And just like that, let's send it back to the guys inside the factory.
Eastern Michigan will kick it deep to start the second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Louisiana has it back, and the Ragin Cajun offense headed to the field. They'll open the second half with a run. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Rides to the back. Spins away from the defense. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Back to pass, it's Howard. Audacious one. Working on the right. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. You can hand it to him. You can throw it to him. Either way, he's making his presence felt.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right? They're finding ways to get him the ball because he can make plays, whether it's running or receiving out of the backfield. They're going to continue to highlight this guy.
Pulls it in. It's Robertson. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Man, this defensive end is a monster. I mean, you've seen his athleticism and his speed and his bend and his flexibility. He now has 2 sacks, and there's still a lot of football to play.
The Raging Cajuns now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on second down. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And defensive backs you think don't have good hands. The big fella shows it. How about that defensive back going up and getting the interception? Nice job breaking on the football. You say that's why you play defense, because you don't have hands? Man, I bet you never.
Eastern Michigan has it back as the Eagle offense returns to the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Going deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Wants to throw. It's Kim. Makes the grab. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
Passing game very effective on second down. What about here on third? From the gun, wants to pass. Going to try to get it himself. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
There was just nowhere to go with the football for the quarterback throwing it. So he tried to create, he tried to extend the play with his legs, just not able to get away from the defense, and now we have fourth down.
Eastern Michigan will be forced to punt. On his way back from the 20. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. They believe they can run right here. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Back to pass. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Cajuns will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Waves the arm for the fair catch, and the catch is made close to the 30-yard line. Eastern Michigan takes over as the offense heads to the field. Man, oh man, these offenses just haven't been able to find any room to get things going, David.
And to quote the great philosopher, Reese Davis, this is very ungood. Just nothing working for this offense, Palmer. They got to find something.
Well, the plays look good against the scout team during the week in practice, but they have just not been able to find a rhythm against this defense today.
The Eagles with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Dropping back, it's Kim. Got his man downfield. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. They'll try the run. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Grab near the marker. It's Lockett. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
And you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route. Understanding the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
Eastern Michigan surgical on offense right now. Running it to the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Just a 1-yard gain leaves him with 3rd and 9.
Brings up 3rd down.
Trying to pick up a first down. To the air, it's Kim. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles. And that one will put them up here in the 2nd half.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
Extra point.
And with the extra point, they're up 14 to 10. They march 72 yards, and they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score.
Set to kick this low.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Off play action on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Quickly out to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Line getting set on second down. Back to throw, it's Howard. Safe completion on the screen. Still on his feet at the 45. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
Jukes his way for more. Got enough for the first down and wants more. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. That's the end of the period, and Eastern Michigan has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. They're going to ride this running back. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Defense, man, you got to go low, and you got to chop that tree down, right? Go with the legs, take the legs out from underneath them so he can't continue to churn those puppies out and get extra yards after contact like he did there.
The Ragin' Cajuns can really attack on this second and short. Got some room into the goal line. Touchdown, Ragin' Cajuns. And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
And this is a running back, guys, that gets better as the game goes on. Here we are late in this one, and he's still breaking off big runs. Impressive, making people miss, showing you the speed. And that touchdown gives his team the lead.
This one's big to make sure they can't beat you with a field goal. And it's good, and he pushes the lead to 3. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score came on an impressive run from the 20. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Eastern Michigan has it back as the Eagle offense returns to the field. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game. Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Looking to throw, it's Kim. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Now on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Oh, they're after him. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Wants to go up top. They're setting up the screen. He's pulled down right at the 42-yard line. 4th down coming, and might they roll the dice from their own territory.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Eastern Michigan will be forced to punt. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Louisiana has it back, and the Ragin Cajun offense headed to the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Forced out of bounds, good pickup there on the ground.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Dropping back, it's Howard. Gets it to the back. He's not going to get there, and this defense really needed a stop like that.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the 1st down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the 1st down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision.
They kick it away on 4th down. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Eastern Michigan takes over as the offense heads to the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to... Oh, he's got some space!
And you've created some great momentum, getting the stop, forcing the punt, now getting it back to your offense. Your offense starting to get in a groove. Late in the game, you need some big plays.
I just wonder how much panic there is right now on the defensive side of the football, too, because of what you just said, David. They can feel and sense the momentum leaving them right now with the lead. So someone defensively better step up here soon and make a play.
Power football with the run. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
The #1 goal for this defense coming into this game was shut this running back down. And I got to be honest, there were a lot of people on the outside didn't think they could get it done, but they're proving everybody wrong. Tremendous effort. They're playing with a chip on their shoulder. This guy's one of the best in the nation. He's had 0 impact in this game.
They'll try to power their way ahead. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here.
Well, it's 4th and short, and you're sort of in no man's land at this point near midfield. I think if you're on offense here, you're going to have to go for it. You're going to have to show confidence in your guys to get it done and go get you the win.
And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
I'm not a huge analytics guy, but on 4th and 1, if you're going to get pushed like that from your O-line, I say go for it every time.
Eastern Michigan has it and a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down. He's got it inside the 15. Gets it inside the 10. Out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one.
Well, you can see the effect that last run play had on the defense. They had a really good-looking run, and all of a sudden they come back with play action. Everybody bites. They play downhill, and it opens up a guy up top for the offense. Really nice job setting up that shot play to get an explosive one through the air.
Quarterback on the keeper. Short gain on the play before he slides.
You know, this zone replay is something they rep over and over and over in practice. This guy can run it and execute it in his sleep. Good decision there keeping the football.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll move the tight end. Leaves it with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. To the air, it's Kim. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles! They've got the lead here in the fourth.
Man, and just what the doctor ordered. You needed a big play to go out there and try to take the lead, and you find your receiver out wide. He runs by the DB. Nice throw, nice catch. You got the lead.
They'll line up for the extra point, and at this juncture, every point matters. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. To the air on first down. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
And, man, I love safeties that play with great vision in the back end, right? They're the safety for a reason. They're the back line of defense 99% of the time, and I love how he sees the ball, he breaks on it. This defense, they have an opportunity to finish this game. They've played well all game long, now finish the deal.
To the air on second down. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
You've got to be impressed by what you've seen from this defensive line in the game because they're getting to the quarterback, they're getting sacks, and when they can't get there, they're putting their arms up and they're batting balls down. So impressive watching this D-line go to work.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Here's a throw downfield late. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
Man, you gotta love this defense. Being dialed in, being ready for the pass late in this football game when you needed a stop, playing tendencies, breaking on the football, 3 straight incompletions. Way to rise up by this defense.
Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Makes the grab on the right. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. Calling a timeout here, you have to avoid making a mistake in this situation. The give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And this offense has got to get somewhere, right? That's a couple plays in a row. Like, the clock is their biggest enemy. So we got to find a way to manufacture, push the ball down the field, make something happen with that clock running out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The short hands. It's Jensen. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. And the Ragin Cajuns come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Back to throw. It's Howard. Got it in the middle. It's Williams. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And if they want to take the lead, can't be thinking field goal here. They'll need a touchdown to go up in the fourth. A first down run on the doorstep. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You see all this movement in football now, all this stemming. The defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
He's got the tight end. Timeout called by the offense. 23 seconds remaining in the game.
Well, short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
They'll look to throw on third and goal. Lets it fly. Got a hand on it nicely and broke it up in the end zone.
What an amazing play by the defense, knocking that one away in the end zone. They're up by a possession. It's fourth down. They know the offense is going to try to take another shot into the end zone. Can you come up with one more play like that?
Down in the final period in a tight game, and they will go for it on fourth and goal. From the gun. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Louisiana. They move on top here in the fourth.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. We got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
Needs this one to push the lead to a field goal. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. They go 83 yards on the drive. And what a late touchdown in the final minute that is likely the game winner here. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Grabbed in the middle. It's McMillan. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. Dropping back, it's Kim. Finds the tight end. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
And that's a first down.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here.